United States Senator Tom Cotton. Senator Cotton, great to speak with you. Thanks for your help over the weekend, really, and I appreciate your being here this morning.
Very welcome, Hugh. Welcome back from your 2-week luxurious vacation to the homeland.
It was. I was in St. Field, Ireland. Hey, you're one of the few combat veterans in the United States Congress, and I don't know if there are any other Rangers like Pittsburgh Steelers attacker Villanueva. What did you make of what's going on in the NFL, broadly speaking, right now?
I think people ought to stand for our national anthem, Hugh, and I like football, especially when the Browns are losing once again.
Well, that means you like football a lot. We're going to come back, though. I think that Jerry Jones last night gave the NFL a way out of the box canyon, which was they took a knee in unity and then they stood for the national anthem. And people can do what LeBron James did and hold a press conference yesterday and rag on me for being not personally, but for being a Trump voter and compare him, voting for Trump to giving his daughter too many Skittles. And I don't care. But I want people to stand up for the national anthem. And I don't even know why we're debating this.
Now, Hugh, I think most Arkansans for sure, and I believe most Americans as well, do stand for the national anthem. They do put their hand over their heart or salute. They do the same thing for the Pledge of Allegiance because they realize our country, though not perfect, is a truly treasured country that has done more for human freedom than any other country in the history of mankind. We have our differences. There's no doubt about that. Sometimes those differences can get heated, but there's other fora where we can debate those differences rather than during the playing of the national anthem.
Exactly. Now, let me ask you I just had on your colleagues Tom Tillis and James Lankford. They were talking about their DACA Act. I brought up your RAISE Act. They said there's going to be a merger and acquisition of all these different acts. Do you think all of these efforts can come together in one bill quickly and in time for the 6-month deadline put in by President Trump?
I do, Hugh, and I think it's important that we do address the problem that President Obama created with his unlawful executive order that gave temporary legal status to about 800,000 people who are now in their 20s and 30s, but who were brought here by and large by their parents through no fault of their own. However, if we do that, we have to recognize that it's going to have some negative side effects. First, it's going to create a whole new category of people who could be legalized through chain migration, the current law of the United States. The RAISE Act that Senator Perdue and I have written would stop chain migration and reorient our legal immigration system towards a high-skilled system. And second, we're going to encourage more illegal immigration, especially with kids, which is very dangerous. So some kind of enhanced enforcement will also have the effect of mitigating that side effect. So when you take those kind of three approaches together and put them together, it's a discrete, measured, incremental step in the right direction. It doesn't try to solve every problem, which Congress has done 3 times in the last 11 years and failed every time. But it also delivers the president what he's requested, and it also achieves what the Democrats have been saying they wanted for years, that they wanted to get permanent legal status for these 800,000 or so people. I don't object to doing that given the circumstances, but we have to control the negative side effects of it.
Okay, now I've got to ask you, Secretary Mattis is in India this morning, gave a presser on his plane. Clearly there are tensions about North Korea. What level of reality do you think there is to the threat of war at this point?
Given North Korea's aggressive nuclear testing and missile testing, to include shooting missiles over the airspace of our treaty ally Japan, we have to take it very seriously, and I know that North Korea should take it very seriously. I've been to South Korea. I've met with our commanders and our troops there. They take very seriously their motto, ready to fight tonight. It's one of the few places on Earth where you have both a garrison environment with family members who are also ready to fight a major war at minutes' notice. So it's an option that always remains on the table. It's never the first option. It's never the preferred option. But given what Kim Jong-un is doing right now, threatening our troops and our citizens and our ally citizens, we have to take it seriously. I don't think we can live in a world where Kim Jong-un has dozens of nuclear-armed missiles that can strike all of our allies and our citizens in East Asia and increasingly hold our own citizens on our own soil at risk.
Any reason to expect he would not sell those to terrorists?
I don't have any reason, Hugh, given North Korea's nexus with transnational criminal and terrorist organizations and other rogue regimes like Syria and like Iran as well. Remember, it's about the 10-year anniversary right now that Israel had to destroy a nuclear reactor in the Syrian desert that was based specifically on North Korea's Yongbyon reactor. there is no line, in my opinion, that Kim Jong-un wouldn't cross to keep himself in power and to expand his influence in East Asia.
Senator Tom Cotton, always a pleasure. Thank you again, Senator. Great to talk to you this day. Don't go.